Hi, thank you for joining me again for another one of our weekly Stikkum FAQ videos. This is our video series where we love to take some of the many questions that we receive during the week. Questions from our customers, questions from our soon-to-be customers that are inquiring about Stikkum, questions that we get from even our partners who are working with their customers that have questions and inquiries about Stikkum. So they bring it all to us. We answer every single one of them that we try to during the days. But we felt that this kind of a video series and this venue would be great to share the knowledge with everybody else in the community as well too. We have two different flavors that you might see from us on the FAQ series. One is going to be functional. How do you do this? What is this function here? What do I do when this situation, as far as the technical part of the system goes? But then also it might be best practice as well too. So we try to cover both sides. Those are all very interesting questions. So many to share knowledge with and everything else with our customers and everybody else on the audience. So we want to do that as much as possible for you guys as well. So let's go ahead with this week's question of the day. I'm going to go ahead and launch a couple of my screens. Let me get a few things out of the way here. And okay, so this could be very well top of mind of quite many people. So if you are using Stikkum's credit pull monitoring services, so when their credit gets pulled, you're going to get that Stikkum alert letting you know that that activity, that behavior is happening. And in particular, we want it to be when that behavior is happening when somebody else is pulling credit on your customers. Get in gear, get in action, intercept now, right? But if we're monitoring your database, hopefully more and more of those customers are coming to you directly. And now the question is, what if I'm the person that's pulling credit on a contact that Stikkum is also monitoring? What happens then? The system technically is going to be actually producing an alert if that situation happens right there, because we do not know. It's not disclosed to us who is the person pulling credit. But have no fear. We call that a self pull, right? That means when you yourself are pulling credit. Have no fear. It is our policy as a provider to our customers that we want to deliver the services that are meaningful to you and not penalize any of our customers for the services that maybe are redundant, that are meaningless for you. And this would be one perfect example. You get an alert for a credit pull that you yourself did. So we call that a self pull. So now the question is, what do I do? What do I do? The system automatically does not know who pulled credit, so we need your help. And then this is where your help would come into play. Let's take a look at it from two different sides. One, maybe you've already received the alert. So this morning I received some alerts from Stikkum. I looked down those alerts. Looks great, looks great. One of those happens to be the one I pulled credit, submitted an application on yesterday. What do I do? Okay, we'll talk about that right now. Right after that, let's talk about it. Oh, is there any way I can prevent that? Is there anything I can do proactively before I get the alert? So that's the second part we'll talk about, right? So first and foremost, if I've gotten the alert already, very simple, right? Maybe I received this alert right here in the email itself like this. This is what you want to do. If any of these particular alerts received from a credit pull perspective are yours, you can simply just reply back to this email. And we'll go right to our customer success team saying, hey team, this was me. This was my self pull. No questions asked. They're going to adjust this alert for you. They're going to remove it from the billing file for you so you won't be charged for it. And they'll adjust it in the system, marking it as a self pull. No harm, no foul. That is a no questions asked policy. If we hear that from our customers, our premise here is to support you. If you want, just go ahead and email those as well too. You can just type customer success at stikkum.io and say, in this case right here, Charlie Brown, that I received alert on today or alert on yesterday, or I received an alert on Monday. This was mine. Please adjust, and they'll adjust it. No questions asked. So again, that's the process to do if you have already received the alert. Now, let's talk about if the alert hasn't come yet. Let's talk about today, current day. That's going to be essential. So to prevent an alert coming your way, because today I'm going to be pulling credit. I'm going to be submitting an application for somebody. I'm going to be pre-approving somebody today. And part of that process is for me to order my hard mortgage credit pull. So I'm going to be doing it on a particular customer that Stikkum happens to be monitoring. Really quick and simple, the easiest, the quickest, and fastest way to get this done and fully automatic with zero effort to you is through integration. All right. So let us know if that's something interesting for you. Integration. Stikkum integrates and sends data to and receives data from any system. We can do that through APIs, through webhooks, through Zapier. So whether that you are processing your day in, day out through your LOS, whether it's coming from your CRM, if there's a particular status, a stage, or trigger point in any of those systems right there, that can be used to say, you know what, when I move this to pre-approve, when I move this stage to now application submitted, I only do that when I've done my credit pull and everything on that same day. That message and that trigger can be sent to Stikkum marketing, marking that contact, as an example, Charlie Brown, as a self pull for you, fully automatic. Okay. So we encourage that. We have a dedicated team to help all of our customers put those integrations in place. Now, if you are in the system and say, you know what, I still want to do this. I'm not set up with integrations yet, but how do I do it manually? It is very easy to do. So you're going to want to come into the Stikkum system itself, right? As you can see, everybody will enter into the main dashboard. You're going to want to go to your database manager because what I'm trying to do now is find the contact that I'm working with. Now, this activity, marking them as a self-pull, you just need to do this sometime today. It doesn't need to be exactly when you pull credit. Sometimes I like to tell folks, hey, before you go to bed, anytime, whether it be in this morning or maybe this evening, just go ahead and do this. So maybe I'm working with a customer named John, right? Maybe it's Armani Johnson right down here, this person right here. So I need to do is I would actually see what I did right here. I would use this contact quick search field because maybe you have multiple databases or you want to scroll or anything like this. This will find the contact, just keep typing the name, and you can either do that and quickly get to the person you want to get to right away. Once you're there, whether you click on the eyeball icon right there to view the profile or just the name, get into the contact's profile and then come right down here. And on the day you're about to pull credit, click this button, self-pull. All right, so you saw what I did right there. I clicked the self-pull button. It registered the self-pull for today and marked it now in the system. So now when we get the data file overnight from the credit bureaus, this credit pull is going to be on there, but it's going to be matched and flagged as a self-pull, and therefore tomorrow morning, no alert will be there for you. No harm, no foul, nothing to worry about, nothing to adjust. So there you go. If you are the one pulling credit on a contact that Stikkum is monitoring, not a problem. Don't worry about that. We got many methods. We just need your help. So if you get the alert, let us know. Shoot us an email. Reply back to the alert email. That one was mine. My team adjusts it automatically for you. Otherwise, proactively, if you don't even want that alert in the first place, we can be proactive with it to do. So we can set up integrations from your systems to automatically tell Stikkum that. Or as you saw right there, you can go into the system manually and there just mark it very easily, find the person right there, click one button, flag for self-pull. Remember, the proactive ones need to be done on the day you pull credit. Does not work for something that's past tense. Therefore, we're trying to prevent tomorrow's alert from coming, so we need to do it on the day of. Those two methods on both the back end and the front end, we want to make sure you're covered and supported throughout as well too. Any questions, let us know. Reach out to our customer success team. Reach out to myself. This is Jeff Laundress with Stikkum. I'm so glad to spend this time with you. Hope this has been a great learning session of this week's weekly FAQ. Thank you so much and stay tuned for more.